Real Nerds is a proud partner of the Denver Podcast Network. In the shadow of the mountains,
we speak. Coming to you from the X-Axis, it's John of All Trades with your host, John X.
Welcome to this John of All Trades podcast promo. Each Wednesday, I bring you a brand new interview with someone fascinating and ask the question we all ask when we meet someone new. Hey, what do you do? It's fun, informative, and it's the 2017 Westward Reader's Choice Award winner for Best Denver Podcast. iTunes, Stitcher, and johnofalltrades.us.
Oh, hi, podcast listeners. There's many ways you can listen to the Real Nerds podcast. You can subscribe on iTunes. You can also subscribe on Stitcher Radio. You want to send us a Twitter message? You can do that. It's so easy, at Real Nerds. Like us on Facebook, Real Nerds Podcast. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com, where there'll be a lot of articles for you to not only read, but to listen to our previous shows. You can also call us, 720-6nerds5. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Georges Genti, and you are listening to Real Nerds Podcast.
Welcome to another Real Nerds Podcast interview from Denver Pop Culture Con 2019. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast live at Denver Pop Culture Con 2019. We are with Party People Games.
Damn straight.
And so if you guys want to introduce yourself real fast.
Yeah, my name is Matthew. I'm the president of Party People Games. This is my first time at Denver Pop Culture Con. This place is pretty badass.
Awesome.
And
I'm Jett, and this is our 8th year, I think. We've been doing it since the first year.
Me too.
We did the first game panels here, the very first year, and we set up the first video game booths here. We've been doing it ever since, and we invited Matt to fly out here to be on our panel this year.
Very cool.
Yep.
So what is Party People Games?
yeah, so Party People Games, a little company based in Austin, Texas, that makes waterproof party games that are very easy to play and learn. And we also have a new mobile app that we're promoting at the show, which makes it to where nobody ever has to read any instructions for anyone's games ever again.
And how does it do that?
Pretty simple. Basically, anybody can download this on their phone. It's a free app. It works for iOS and Android. And as soon as you do, as fast as you can scan the barcode of a game with your phone's camera, it'll pull up a how-to-play video for that title.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're working with some of the largest distributors in the business. They've given us access to their personal databases, which they really never do, but they see kind of the big scope of what we're trying to accomplish here. And so we already have over 50,000 hobby titles in the system.
Wow.
Yeah, so tens of thousands of videos that are, instantly available. And the cool thing is it's completely crowdsourceable. So any video that's not attached to a game already can be added just as quickly as somebody can scan it.
Wow.
Yeah, so like if your buddy comes up with a brand new board game tomorrow, and somebody records a how to play video the next day, you can literally walk up to his game, scan the barcode, copy and paste the link to that how to play video. If it's YouTube, everyone using the app has instant access to it as soon as you post it. If it's any other type of video, it'll shoot us an email just to make sure it's a good video. So we'll filter that a little bit, but as long as it's good, we'll post it, and then it's available to everyone.
Wow. Where did the idea of this come from?
It's funny. So I've been in the hobby business since 2014, and I've personally visited hundreds of hobby stores all across the U.S. I actually did a pretty epic road trip promoting our own games, and in doing so, I started to realize one of the biggest problems people have with tabletop games, and it's not that they're not fun or they don't want to play them. Nobody wants to sit down and read the instructions. It's like maybe there's a special 1 in 1,000 that loves reading. Everyone else really just wants someone to tell them how to play. And the best way for people to be told how to play the game is by watching, whatever the best YouTube video is that just quickly teaches you that game. So when we realized that, we saw the need for this app, and we saw that, even if there is a good YouTube video out there, if you search how to play, Settlers of Catan or Cards Against Humanity, you're going to see like 10, maybe 20 results. A lot of those are just review videos. It's poor audio quality. There's all these just like really terrible videos you have to sort through before you get to anything relevant. So we're like, man, if we could just shortcut it, let the people that know say, this is the best video, this is the only one you need to watch to learn this game, and tie that to the barcode, then that's the fastest way you could possibly be connected with learning how to play a new game.
Yeah,
I was
going to say, we didn't come up with the idea suddenly. We were working on projects, and it kind of evolved. We said, hey, what about this, and what about that? And now it's like a no-brainer, right? It's like, this is definitely something everyone's going to have on their phone.
Yeah.
If they play games at all, or they want to.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're going to get into what else we're going to use it for, but...
So we've been to quite a few trade shows kind of researching this thing. So before we came out with the app, I talked to, hundreds of publishers, several hundred hobby shops all across the U.S., some of the largest distributors in the world for the hobby industry, and kind of got everybody's input of, what do you really want this app to do? And this is essentially just the beta version. It's awesome that it does this, but this is such a small portion of what this app is going to do in the near future. We're looking to expand this into comic books, graphic novels, all hobby products. We've already talked to you guys about possibly doing some very inexpensive advertising in-app. So, for all the crowdsourced content, when you come to trade shows, so many people get to see all these cool artists come out. They get to see all these awesome trade crafts, podcasts that they've never seen in person, but they love them. So, they get exposed to all this really cool material that's very hobby-centric. But then as soon as they leave the trade show, a lot of them forget it. People that don't make it out to this trade show never get to see this stuff. So we want to give, all these people a way to not only get access to these games, but also learn about all the other cool hobby things in the hobby industry. And we've got some really cool ideas for how to do that. So, early August, we're looking at rolling out these little banner ads. So as you're, watching these how to play videos, if it's crowdsourced content, you can also see banner ads of relevant things that you actually care about, things that you would only see at these types of trade shows and in this type of space. And we're also looking at actually letting publishers control their own content. So if you don't necessarily want, the crowdsource picking your how to play video for your game that you've worked on for a long time, especially if you know the best one, you can actually lock that content down and fill out additional information. So if someone scans your game, maybe it tells them about all the expansion packs that you have that also work with that game, some of the other stuff you've worked on, maybe the artist that drew your stuff. You can dig on that artist and see the bibliography of work they have, the comic books they've worked on, some of the personal projects. You can see what Kickstarter campaigns are coming up. So it's man, I love this board game. I had no idea they're kickstarting a new project next month. Well, if you're that board game publisher and you own your content, you can put all that information in there, and as soon as someone scans that barcode, they learn everything about your product that you want them to know.
That's pretty, because that's a great idea, because, the publishers have to be on board, too, because... sometimes, I have tabletop games, and you get the instruction, you ring the,
yeah.
So I can move here, but this player can't move here, and each... So I think it's a pretty great idea to help even novice players who maybe don't spend all their time playing tabletop games, a way for them to get in, because, me personally, sometimes the games are intimidating.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest...
the rule books can get really thick, and what's cool is how well received this is so far. It's like one of those apps you just would have on your phone that saves you time, and that's if you think of what you would want on your phone, it's a no-brainer to have it on your phone, and you just scan something and boom, you know how to play. And everybody seems to really like the idea. They understand it, and they have put it on their phone, and they love it. And so just how well received it's been is really exciting to us. And we've been traveling to the largest gaming conventions, for quite some time now. We go at least once a month to another big show, pop culture events and gaming events. We'll be going out to Gen Con, and we go to PAX and South by Southwest gaming, just all this stuff, and everybody's really excited. So I think it's going to be big. I really do.
Yeah. And so far, the support has been tremendous. I mean, I've gone to some exclusive distributor shows that aren't even open to the public. I've talked to the biggest publishers in the industry. Everybody wants to be a part of this thing. Nobody has looked at this and been, everyone's been like, that's cool. Heck yeah, we want to be.
It seems like something that everybody can get on board with, because it's
free.
If I was making a game, I'd be like, wait, so they can scan it and they can learn how to play my game so I can sell more games? I'm on board.
Yeah, and honestly, even like the paid tier stuff that's coming later is so inexpensive. Like, we don't want to make any one person pay a lot. Our goal is simple. If we can get everybody in the industry to either participate for free or pay a little bit for the higher tiered content that gives them a noticeable and very obvious return, we want everyone to be involved. And the beautiful thing about the Player's Guide is anybody that doesn't want to be involved, their content can still be in there. It can still be crowdsourced. It can still be very easy to learn about their products. But the ones that do want to be involved, they can put so much extra detail in there, and it just makes it that much better for the players and for the hobby stores. Because, what I tell a lot of people, I've visited so many hobby shops. Some people are absolute experts in everything. You can ask them any question, they can answer it in 30 seconds. But then there's like the high school kid that goes there after hours and knows nothing, and you can't be bothered with any questions. Well, if you arm that kid with a thing on their phone, they can walk up to any product in the store, scan it, and be able to talk intelligently about it. It's going to convert more sales. It's going to give the customer more interaction, and it's going to give people reason to continue visiting hobby stores, because you're going to learn more if a product's on a shelf than you are if you're just going to go to Amazon and try to dig for something, So like we want to keep hobby stores around, and I think this is a really good way that we can actually keep a lot of people going to these places.
I agree 100%. I mean, because it's, the thing with technology, people gravitate towards it if it's something they need, and it's easy. Yeah. And I mean, scanning a barcode and seeing a video on how to play a game sounds really easy to me. Mm-hmm. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's only the first part of it, and I can attest that is very easy. As long as you got an internet connection, it'll pop up pretty fast. Yeah.
That's so good. Well, where can we find? Obviously, if you go on iOS or Google Play, you can download it as just under Party People Games.
So basically,
Player's Guide.
You can search Player's Guide, and it's going to pop up. And if you're worried about the spelling, where the apostrophe is, if anything's like at all confusing, go to partypeoplegames.com, and the first two things you'll see are a hand holding the cell phone with the Player's Guide logo on there. If you click that, you'll see an iOS button, and you'll see an Android button, basically Google Play. And either one of those will take you right to it. So you can pull that up on your phone, click a button, and you're right there. Or you can go directly to the App Store or the Google Play Store, search the word Player's Guide, and you're going to see something that looks like a barcode with a big play button, and that's it.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming on our show.
Dude, thanks for having us.
I got to download this app.
Yeah.
Did you invite everyone to the party at the Hard Rock?
Well, I'm not sure if this airs live, but just to let everybody know who's here, we're having a little after party at the...
It's recorded.
Oh, it's not okay.
But we can tweet it out if you want.
We'd love you to tweet. I mean, obviously, if you guys want to see any of our games in action, we have a whole bunch of people coming out to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh, cool.
We're taking over the upstairs. We're going to have video games, board games, virtual reality set up, and obviously we'll be promoting the app. And, your listeners can download the app whenever they want, but if you guys want to see our stuff in action, you're obviously invited.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So it closes at 6, and the after party's at 7 at Hard Rock.
Cool. Yeah. We'll tweet it out for sure. Yeah. Awesome. That sounds awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This has been another Real Nerds Podcast interview from Denver Pop Culture Con 2019. See you next year.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Real Nerds Podcast. Real Nerds Podcast is a production of Nebulous Visions Multimedia. Thank you to Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios for our kick-ass theme song. Also, if you're in the Denver area and you're looking for a cool place to see movies, we see them at the Alamo Draft House in Littleton and now also in Sloan's Lake. Thank you to Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics for supplying us with all our comic needs, especially you, Andrew. You know who you are. And a big shout out to James's mom. I'm giving you an electronic hug that you can feel through the airwaves. Thanks for listening, and have a nice day.